Hello children, myself Ishwar Chand Balichwal welcomes all of you in this session. Today we are continuing our first chapter, integer. Now we are learning additive inverse. The two integers a and minus a are called additive inverse of each other as their sum is equal to 0. Okay, as a plus minus a equals 0 and minus a plus a also equals 0. Why? Here we check. Minus a, as we put minus with this a, here we also put minus, means negative sign with this minus a. So we can write this minus a with negative sign like this, negative sign of minus a. So minus into minus, that is plus. So we can say minus a plus a equals 0 means minus a and negative of this minus a, which is equal to plus a. So minus a and plus a equal to 0. So this become minus a plus a equal to 0. So we can say a is the additive inverse of minus a and minus a is additive inverse of plus a. Okay, we take example. Minus 11 plus 11 equals 0. That's why 11 is the additive inverse of minus 11. And what can we do? Minus 11 plus minus 11 and negative of this minus 11, which is minus into minus, that is plus. So additive inverse of this minus 11 is 11 because sum of both of these are 0. Again we take one more example. 13 plus minus 13 equals 0. So minus 13 is the additive inverse of 13. Okay, how we found additive inverse? We just place negative sign before that number. As we put negative sign here, 13, so minus 13 is the additive inverse of 13. Okay, so two integers are called additive inverse of each other if their sum is equal to 0. Okay, they are also called opposite number. Sometimes reflection of number, since they are equal distance from 0 but opposite direction. How? When we write 3 plus minus 3 equals 0, means here minus 3 is the additive inverse of 3. So sum of both of these becomes 0. But how can we say these numbers are reflection of numbers and how they are equal distance from 0? So we take help from number line. We have to plot them on number line. Okay, here is our number line. Okay, this is the 0 on number line, and first we plot 3. 3 means 1, 2 and 3. Here is the 3. Now we want to add minus 3. So start here, and minus means this direction, left direction. So 1, 2 and 3. We get 0. Here is the 0. And converse of this means minus 3 plus minus of minus 3 equal to 0. How? This minus 3 and minus into minus, this is plus, equal to 0. So now first we plot minus 3, 1, 2 and 3. This is minus 3 and we start adding this plus 3. So here is the minus 3 and now adding plus 3. Plus means this direction, positive direction. So we start 1, 2 and 3. We get 0. Okay. Now check here. Here this 3 is 3 unit right and this minus 3 unit left. Okay. So they are equal distance from 0. Both having 3 unit distance. Okay. And if we put mirror here, so we feel this is the image of this. That's why we say reflection of number. Clear? And sometimes we may say opposite number. Okay. Because they are equal distance from 0. Either side of the 0. Okay. Now we learn property of multiplication of integer. How we multiply the integers. Okay. Closure property. If a and b are two integers, then result of a into b or b into a is also integer. Now we check. Here a and b, a equal to minus 2, b equal to 3. So minus 6 is the a into b. Okay. Here we can check. This can be write as 3 into minus 2. So b into a also. 3 into minus 2 also minus 6. So both these numbers are integer and the result is also integer. That's why for multiplication integers show closure property. Minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9. Here minus 3 are integer and 9 also integer. That's why integers show closure property for multiplication. Now we take another example. 2 into 0 equals 0. Here we can say 0 into 2 also 0. Okay. So here 0 is also integer. 2 and 0 are integer and result 0 is also integer. That's why we can say integer show closure property for multiplication. Here 0 into minus 3 also 0 and the result is also integer. That's why we can say integer show closure property. Okay. So the result is also an integer. Hence integer are closed under multiplication. Okay. Now we learn other thing. Commutative property. Commutative property means if a and b are two integers like this, a into b equals b into a, means when we multiplying both of these, we just change the order, a into b and b into a, and both the values are same, then we can say these numbers which are integer showing commutative property. Commutative property means when we change the order but the value is still same. We take example, minus 3 into 4 and 4 into minus 3. Here we change the order and check what is the value. Here minus 3 into 4 is minus 12. 4 into minus 3 is also minus 12. So left hand side equal to right hand side. So they are commutative. Here we see 6 into 2 equals 2 into 6. We change the order but the value is still same. 6 into 2 12, 2 into 6 12. So left hand side equal to right hand side. So we can say integers are commutative. Okay, for multiplication. This thing we can use to found missing terms. Here is our missing terms. Okay, here minus 4 into here is the blank space, here 5 into here is the blank space. So what can we know? We know that A into B equals B into A. So here this is A and this is B. Here this is B and this is A. So we know the B. So write here B. Okay. And we know the A. So write here. Okay. This is A. By this way we can found missing terms. Okay. And we check minus 4 into 5. How much? Minus 20. This is minus 20. And here 5 into 4 also minus 20. So they are equal and our result is correct. Associative property. What is associative property? If A, B and C are integers and we are multiplying them A into B into C, but here first we associate B and C first and then we associate A and check the result, and here first we associate A and B then the C and check the result. If both the results are same, so we can say the integers show associative property. Okay, now we check here A equals 2, B equals 6, C equal to 3. So A 2, B 6, C 3. First we associate 6 and 3 and here we associate 2 and 6. Now we check the calculations. 6 into 3, 18. 2 into 18, 36. Here 2 into 6, 12. 12 into 3, 36. So we check left hand side equal to right hand side. So what can we say? We can say that ABC are integers and they show associative property for multiplication. Now we take another example. Minus 5, 4 and minus 2. These are three numbers. Here first we associate 4 and minus 2 and here minus 5 and 4 first and check what is the difference. When we multiply 4 into minus 2 we get minus 8. Here minus 5 into 4 is minus 20. Now multiply minus 5 into minus 8 we get 40. Here minus 20 into minus 2 we get also 40. So left hand side and right hand side are equal. So we can say that these numbers which are integer show associative property for multiplication. Okay. Now we can use this as missing term. We can found missing term by this way, this associative property. By using this associative property we can found the missing term. Here this is the missing term and this is the missing term. Let we say this is A, this is B, this is C. Here this is A, this is B, this is C. So here we know only the B and A and C are absent. Here we know A and C but B are absent. Here the B is minus 3, so put minus 3 here. Okay, this is our minus 3 and A is minus 4, so put minus 4 here. Okay, and 5 is the C, so we put 5 here. By this way we can put missing terms. Check 5 into minus 3, what? Minus 15 into minus 4, which is just equal to 15 4 just 60. Okay, and here minus 4 into minus 3, 12. Minus into minus plus, and 12 into 5 also 60. Okay, so both the right hand side and left hand side are equal, so this is okay. Okay, now we take other example. Here minus 2, here is the blank space and this is minus 6. So let this is A, this is B and this is C. So we know A and C, so put A here. A is minus 2, this is minus 2 and C is minus 6, so put minus 6 here. And this is the B, so put B here, 7. By this way we can put missing terms. by using associative property. Okay. Now we take one more example. Here 2x as A, 3y as B, and here is the blank space. This is C. Now here A is blank, B is 3y, and C is minus C. Okay, C is minus C, so put here minus C. Here B is 3y and B is 3y. Okay, now A is 2x, so put 2x here. By this way we putting missing terms. Okay, and check the result. 2 into 3, 6. X into y into c. X, y, c, and this minus sign here. Now check. 2 into 3, 6. And this minus here, and x, y into c. X, y into c. So both these terms are same. So our missing terms are okay. Okay. Now we take another example. Here we now learn distributive property. Okay, if A, B and C are integers and A into B plus C, so what happened? We multiply this B and C by A like this. A multiply this B, A with multiply this C. So what we get? A into B plus A into C. Now we check either this is correct or not by using some numbers. Here the value of A is 2, B is minus 4, C is 7. Okay. Now first we associate this minus 4 and 7 with this addition sign. Okay. What happened? Here 2 into minus 4 can be 2 into minus 4 and 2 into 7. Here we check the value and then found what happened. Here minus 4 plus 7. Here the number are having different sign. So we are subtracting them. 7 minus 4, that is 3. 2 into 3 is 6. Here minus 4 into 2 minus 8. 2 into 7 14. Now these having different signs, so we subtract. 14 minus 8 6. Look at this. Left hand side equal to right hand side. So we can say that A, B and C are integer, or they are showing distributive property. By this way we can distribute them, A into B and A into C. Okay, and vice versa. If we have this, then we can write this. Okay. Now we using this property, and here is the missing term. We have to write them. This is A, this is B, this is C. So here we have C, and here A and B. A equal to 3, so put here 3. B equal to 6, so put here 6. C equal to 5, so put here 5. And A is same also. This way we fill the missing term. Okay? Clear? Now we are learning repeated addition. Okay? What is repeated addition? Look here. A plus A plus A plus A. Here 4 times we add A. So we can write 4 into A. Okay? And we get 4A. So this is what? This is repeated addition of the numbers. Now minus 3 plus minus 3 plus minus 3 plus minus 3 plus minus 3. Here we add minus 3 5 times. Okay, so we can write 5 into minus 3. Means we can add minus 3 5 times. So directly we multiply 5 into minus 3, we get minus 15. Okay, So this is repeated addition. We also check by adding this minus 3, minus 6, and minus 3, minus 9, and minus 3, minus 12, and minus 3, minus 15. So we found the value is correct. Okay. Now we check on number line. Here is our number line. Okay. So first we plot these numbers. Minus 3, this is minus 3. 1, 2, and 3. This is minus 3. Okay. Now this minus 3. Minus 3 after again minus 3. 1, 2, and 3. This minus 3 here. Now this minus 3. 1, 2, 3. This minus 3 completed here. Now this minus 3. 1, 2, 3. This minus 3 is completed here. Okay. Now this minus 3. 1, 2, 3. This is minus 3. So when we start from 0 and we use this minus 3 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get minus 15. Or here we also get minus 15. So the number line show that this is correct. Okay. So by this way we can directly adding these numbers by multiply them with how many numbers of times they are added. Here we added 5 times, so we directly put here 5 and multiply by this minus 3. Okay. Let us see how to find product of negative integer and positive integer without using number line. Okay. How? When we multiply minus 3 by 4 means this is the negative sign and 4 into 3. Directly we multiply the 4 into 3 and just write minus 12 is the answer. Okay. This is the method without using number line. So we can multiply any number 4 into minus 3 directly minus 12. Now we take one more example. Minus 5 into 2 minus 10 means minus we put here and 5 into 2 here. So 5 into 2 10 and this minus is here. So directly we can multiply integers. Okay. So we can say a into minus b means minus a into b means we can put minus here and directly multiply a into b. So we can say when we multiply any number with any negative number, so we multiply directly the numbers and put this negative sign after multiplication. Okay. So this way we can found the result. Now we take some other example. Here we learn property of 0. For multiplication of integers, what we can see, a into 0 equals 0 into a equals 0. Means here a into 0, here we change the order 0 into a, but we found the value 0. Means when we multiply any number with 0, we receive 0. This is the property of 0. And 0 is the, what is the 0? 0 is the integer. Okay. So when we multiply any integer with 0, we also get 0. This is the property of 0. We take example, minus 3 into 0 equal to 0 into minus 3 equal to 0. Okay. 6 into 0 also 0. 0 into 6 also 0. Now we take a big number, minus 4327 into 0 is also 0. Okay. So by this way we can check by multiplying 0 to any number we receive 0. So for all integer, multiplication of 0 gives result 0. Okay. When we multiply any integer by 0, we get result 0. Okay. For division, here is the division. 6 divided by 0. If we divide any integer by 0, then what happened? First we change this sign into the multiplicative sign, and this reciprocal of this 0 is 1 by 0. We invert the number. So here number is the 0. So we invert 0. 1 by 0. What is the result? 6 into 1, 6. Divide by 0. But here what happened? 6 by 0 is a form which cannot be defined. So this become a not defined form. So for division, when we divide any integer by 0, so we get a form which is not defined. Here we see, when we divide 0 by any number, we get 0 always. Okay? Because when we divide 0 with 6, what happened? 0 divided by 6 means 0 into 1 by 6. So 0 into 1, 0. And 0 divided by 6, be also 0. So when we multiply 0 by any number, it completely 0. So 0 by 6 can be written as 0 always. 0 by minus 3, also 0. So we can say, when we divide 0 by any integer, the result is always 0. And when divide by 0, it is always not defined. Means when we divide by 0, it is always not defined. Okay? Multiplicative identity. When we multiply by 1 to any integer, then the identity of integer is not changed. We check here. Minus 5, when multiplied by 1, the result is minus 5. Means the number is not changed. So identity of this number is not changed. Okay? That's why 1 is the multiplicative identity. Again we check. 1 into 4 equals 4. So when we multiply by 1, the number is not changed. 1 into minus 13, we get minus 13. So number is not changed. 1 into 0 equal to 0, means the number is 0, and we multiply by 1, so we get 0. Number is not changed. Okay? This shows that 1 is the multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative identity. Why? Because we get 0. Here, minus 13 here and 4 here, which are the numbers as it is. So, why 1 is called multiplicative identity? Because by multiplying 1, we get the same number. Okay? For integer. So, for an integer a, we have write a into 1 equals 1 into a equals a. Okay? So, here 1 is the multiplicative identity. By multiplying this, the number is not changed. Okay?